There was no IT-like word at that time. When I was building CDAC, there was information technology word just emerged. The word emerged from informatics in French.
Yes.
Informatics, French were leading at that time in information technology, what they call informatics. And when they came, this one, eventually it became in US started calling it information technology.
Yes.
And then we said, Sam Pitroda came to my laboratory. We had built a school, how to use these machines, parallel machines, like Dr. Bhabha did for atomic energy nuclear reactors, because there are no people, so we built a special school for that. So we had built a school called Advanced Computing Training School, ACTS. Mr. Vivek Samant was working with me at that time. I told him that you must build the ACTS school, and all engineers were trained there, all users of machines. On physics, chemistry, biology, I think all application, image processing, several applications. We work with several user organizations and we used to train them how to use these machines. This was the school. But Sam Pitroda one day came to us. He said, you know that IT revolution is occurring in India and there is something like Y2K, year 2000.
Yes.
The whole software has to be changed to year 2000 software, Y2K compliant. And there are no engineers other than Indians who can do this. And we have a great opportunity before us. We have such an opportunity. I want thousands of software professionals. Thousands, he told me, you are creating hundreds of parallel processing people, but I want 1,000, not 1,000, 10,000. I want 100,000 software engineers immediately. And nobody is able to do that. IITs are not able to do it. So this task was given to me.
Yes.
That he said, please respond to this task. Don't worry about parallel processing. He said, first create software professionals. Then I told this to Vivek Samant, how can we do it? We created a course called 6 months course called Diploma in Advanced Computing. Diploma in Advanced Computing. And at that time, it was a belief that only electronics engineers can write software or computer engineers can write software.
Yes.
And they were far and few.
But this was the machine language software, so it could take the advanced programs in C* and C++.
Yes. So what happened was that there were very few seats for computer engineers. There were 20 in each college or only few colleges, and IITs used to produce some few hundreds.
Yes.
And we wanted few thousands, not few thousands, few 10,000s of engineers suddenly. So we created a course called 6 months course, Diploma in Advanced Computing. We called it, because CDAC name Advanced Computing, and we created a software course really, how to convert. But there were no computer engineers to teach. Few. Then we said, I got one idea. I was walking in my hills, in front of my hills, in my house.
Yes.
And when I go, I will think while walking, I was meditating. Something like meditating while walking, like Osho did, dancing, something like that. Meditating, and I got an idea. Who told you that only computer engineers can do software development? Any engineer, for that, anybody can be a software engineer. I got this idea. I said, let's experiment this. There are so many engineers in this country, but not computer engineers. So let's take anybody in computer engineering. Civil, mechanical, electrical, chemical, metallurgy, anybody.
Yes.
And we'll offer this course. And anybody can be transformed into software engineer.
Yes.
Software developer. Like that. We created that course. It was an intense course, 14 hours a day. 14 hours a day you come and only you have to sleep and eat something that is daily chores. And we created that course, and suddenly before magic, civil engineer will become a software engineer. Computer engineer, software engineer.
Yes.
And there was such a rush because the software engineers were required just like hot potatoes.
Yes.
Hot biscuits.
Yes.
As soon as you say you are a software engineer, you are recruited. Immediately you are recruited. And sent to US.
Sent to the US?
Sent to the US because the software has to be changed. Y2K
for 2000? So you solved the millennium problem.
We solved the millennium problem.
You solved the millennium problem. But this was a huge problem. And everyone was panicked for years and years and years.
Panic. But Indian guys, whatever, they are very good in any problem like this.
Yes.
They can get around that problem.
Yes.
And then the software company started, the software technology parks.
Yes.
I was also involved in that decision, software technology parks of India. Myself and Mr. Nambiar had gone to Boston. And we saw that Massachusetts state had created something like, a software
park.
Software park.
Yes, indeed.
And I said, this idea can be planted in India. And we can convince with this one, come out with a totally new policy. One window clearance, industries can start. We just started like this, new policy. And we wrote the policy. At that time, I had a great equation with Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, Mr. K.R. Narayan, Mr. Nambiar, and myself. I used to write a note.
This was in 90...
This was in 88, 89, 91. 91 time. I used to write note. Mr. Nambiar used to approve. Minister and Rajiv Gandhi. Policy was created. And that's how software technology parks came. And CDAC came later on with this idea of creating anyone. Metallurgy engineer, chemical engineer, this one. When we created the engineers, and we claim that, of course, they have to pass the aptitude test and logical test. Huh?
Yes, yes.
And he became software engineer. They could write programs as engineers. Then I went to Mr. Kohli, who is the father of software. And TCS, which was the large company at that time, Tata emerging software company, largest one. And I said, Mr. Kohli, why did you take these guys? He said, they are civil engineers. I said, you are also electrical engineer. You are a father of supercomputer. I am also an electrical engineer. And I'm credited with the father of supercomputer.
Yes.
So why these engineers cannot do software development? You just give them the chance. And you let your engineers take a test. And they took the test. And these guys will try. Not the computer engineers, but some civil engineer will top, some metallurgy engineer will top, and this kind of thing. And they recruited. And they discovered within 6 months' time that they are really great guys. And if TCS is recruiting, why not Wipro? Why not then the other companies, Infosys, why not other companies? And IBM, people used to queue in front of CDAC and argue with me, we must recruit your guys first. They used to fight with me. We must
to get your graduates.
My graduates.
Yes.
And
they would fight to give your graduates jobs.
Yes. They'll fight with me. Why was put second? Why not to first? Yes. So that's how IT revolution started.
This was the IT revolution.
This was the IT revolution we started at that time. And I think that was an amazing experience.
So you've told us this afternoon that you've created the color TV revolution.
Yes.
The
electronics
revolution, the CDAC revolution, the supercomputer revolution, the native language revolution, and most recently you've described
IT
revolution.
What India is known for.
Yes.
On IT revolution, I will say make point. When the electronics started, and I was part of that,
yes,
the entire electronics production in the country was equivalent to 100 crores.
Yes.
At that time, this was 30 rupees a dollar, so it was $30 million. Today, we are creating software or the IT industry as big as how much? $120 billion.
Per year?
Per year.
By India?
By India.
How astounding. Really astounding.